Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, part 2 of my skin videos. I hope you enjoyed the first one, if that's where you're coming from, or if you've started on this one, then I've got lots of information to tell you. Again, I just want to say though that all of this information, everything that I'm saying in this video, I've either learned from my skin anesthetician, I don't know how to say it again. All the information I've learned from her. However, this information may not help you because everyone's skin is different. The products that work for me might not work for you, and the treatments that work for me might not work for you. I'm not a dermatologist, please don't come for me. This is just my experience on me having acne and my experience on me having acne. I want to help people who are going through the same thing that I went through, and hopefully some of this information might help you. I put up a little question box on my Instagram and asked you guys to ask me any questions skin related, so that, you know, hopefully you can take on board. So I'm just going to go straight in and read them off and tell you. How long was the process? So that is from obviously start to finish, me when I got the acne, when I actually went to my skin lady and starting on my skincare. How long was the whole process of getting rid of it? It was probably about a year and 3 months, something like that. So I literally got rid of it just before I went on Love Island. My scarring hadn't gone, so that's not even a full process of my skin being like perfect, because my skin is definitely still not perfect. But for my acne to actually go and not have active spots anymore was, yeah, about a year and a bit. So it's a long process and you have to persevere 100%. So if you're thinking about giving up or you think it's not working, just stick to it, I promise. Are there any foods you cut out to help with acne? I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say that I changed my diet. I don't have a good diet. I'm very fussy with food, and I physically don't think I could have changed my diet. I didn't want to. I enjoy my food, and I was so miserable with my skin and how I looked that sometimes, you know, I wanted to sit down on a Saturday night and have nice cheesy fat pizza. You know, I love curries, I love Indian food. Like I want to be able to just binge out on a curry on the weekend. That probably isn't good for your skin, you know, the greasiness, the fatty foods. But I weren't going to cut it out. I wasn't prepared to. I didn't want to be miserable with my skin and then be miserable at eating salad every day. Just weren't going to do it. So I didn't cut out any food. I still ate what I ate. My acne was so bad that I could have eaten anything I think, and I still would have broke out every day. It wasn't down to food, it was down to my implant in my arm. So yeah, I'm just being honest, there was no foods that I cut out. However, my skin lady has told me that certain foods do make you break out. I know it's very common that dairy make people break out. On your jawline here is hormonal acne, which I still get now, because obviously when I come on my period, I get spots here. On your cheeks, I believe is bad diet, and on your forehead is stress. Next question, what makeup covered it best? The foundation that I used when I had acne was the L'Oreal Infallible Matte. That was really thick foundation, full coverage. I also, because I had acne, I didn't like to have oily skin because that would just make it look worse. So I always wanted to have like a really nice matte face. And that foundation was it for me. It didn't make me break out because I've used it since not having acne. It doesn't make me break out. The one thing to remember is when you have acne, clean your makeup brushes. Biggest advice I would say. If you are putting on makeup on maybe an active spot you've just picked or something, you know, your brush or your beauty blender, you're then getting the bacteria, like, you know, like the juicy pus that comes out of it. You don't want that on your makeup brushes, because then when you next go and use your makeup brushes, you're basically putting it back on your skin and spreading it around your face. So if you have acne and you put on makeup a lot, you should wash your brushes regularly. Please do. Did you get acne anywhere else on your body, or is it just on your face? Not at the same time as I had acne on my face, but I did actually used to get acne. Yeah, I used to get quite bad spots on my back, but that was when I was younger and it wasn't like a massive deal to me. actually, and then one day it just went. So I can't really give advice on that, but just so you know, I did have acne on my back. I just think I've acne prone skin. Sometimes I get spots on my chest and my back, and I even get them on my neck. Like, I actually get them sort of this whole area here upwards. I get spots, but the back one might have just been like teenage acne and it went. So I didn't treat it with anything. It just disappeared. So what products did you find the least helpful? So I remember I was on Instagram or Facebook or something, and there was this vitamin C serum. I cannot remember the brand for the life of me, but you know, one of them brands that just, I don't know, you see ads of them everywhere but you never heard of them. It was like, there were so many reviews of people who it helped their acne that I was like, oh my god, this looks like game changer, I'm going to try it. Oh my, it was horrible. Because I used to make a daily skin count of like how many spots I'd get a day. After using that, they were so bad. My face was like really sore, and I had lumps under my, like, all under my jawline, and it just made it so much worse. So bad. But I know vitamin C is good for your skin for some people in small doses. For me, it didn't. Oh my god, no way. Before I met my skin lady, who I went to ask for professional help, before I met her, I also tried La Roche-Posay. Everyone was raving about it. Not everyone, but obviously people who had acne was raving about it. I cannot tell you how much it like stung my skin. I put on this cleanser. It hurt so bad that I put it on and then go to the freezer and put ice on my face. And I thought that was helping it, right? I was Googling it, going, is your face supposed to sting this hard after putting this product on? And people were like, yeah, you've just got to persevere. Like, after 8 weeks, your skin gets used to it, and then your skin's fine. My skin every day was burning after this product. For 8 weeks I tried that. I tried it for that long. And then it did die down. It did. So that was right. But my skin weren't getting any better at all. I was so aggressive on my skin. I remember when I told my skin lady that, she wasn't happy with me. She was like, you should not have used that. No product you use should burn your skin like that. You should be kind to your skin. What contraception are you on, and how did it affect your skin? So in my last video, I'm not going to speak a lot about this, but it's in my last video, but I was on the implant. That brought it on. I got the implant out, and now I'm on the combined pill. I'm on Yasmin, which is a good one for your skin, like specifically. So I said, oh, what one can I go on that targets your skin? So I'm on that at the moment, and it's going well. So again, though, I've said before, the implant has worked for a lot of my friends, and I have a friend who's on Yasmin, and it's not improving her skin as much as maybe it is mine. So doesn't mean that whatever I'm taking means it's going to work for you. You need to go to the doctors, and they'll advise you, and you just have to trial them out. You know, try it out for 6 months. And then if it's not doing anything, try a different one. One tip or product you suggest to help acne. So I wanted to say this for tips. My biggest tips for acne is, one, always make sure you clean your pillowcases regularly. Because if you think the same with makeup brushes, if you think about, you know, your face is directly on that pillowcase, I'm prone to squeeze a spot before I go to bed as well, so it might be a bit, you know, open, and you're going to get the bacteria and all of that on your pillowcase, and then you're sleeping on it again every night. It's going back on your face. It's not good. Microneedling as well, because the needles have basically gone all over your face. Your pores are all open. It's very important that your hands are always clean. Don't touch your face when you have acne or you've just had microneedling. Don't touch your face. Or if you are going to touch your face, you need to itch it, wash your hands before. Always make sure the night of microneedling, put a new pillowcase on, because it's fresh, open, like an open wound basically. Very tiny wound. It's open, so always have a fresh pillowcase. When you squeeze your spot, squeeze it with a tissue. Don't put it on your fingers. You can even use gloves, like you know, like the medical gloves. My skin lady, she recommended them, but I just use a tissue. Always use a tissue. Always wash your hands after as well, just in case anything went on your hands. And only squeeze it when it has a yellow head. do not squeeze the spot if there is no yellowhead. Stick to your skincare routine. Please don't be lazy. Don't think that I've washed my face once today, it's alright. You should do your skincare twice a day, you know, morning and night. Take your makeup off properly. You should have a proper skincare routine. The doctor has put me on limecycline at the moment. Did you ever try this and did it work for you? Okay, so I actually did go on this when I was younger because I suffered with bad skin when I was a teenager as well. I went on limecycline. However, the side effects were not good for me. I don't know whether I can say it's on my channel. This might be TMI, so if it is TMI for you, then go off now. But limecycline, when I went on it, it gave me really, really bad thrush. So, women problems, we can talk about it openly on here. It is what it is. And yeah, I've never had thrush as bad as that before, and I actually had to go to the hospital because it was so bad. We couldn't figure out what it was, and we realised it was those tablets. Limecycline might be really good for you, but obviously the side effects was bad for me, so then I had to come off of that. Then I went on to Duac. If you have acne, you might have heard of Duac. It's a prescribed cream that doctors you can get from the doctors. And I know so many people that literally works wonders. It's a cream with an antibiotic in it. That didn't work for me. I was so annoying because it's worked for so many people, but again, didn't work for me. And I was like, brilliant. And then I think I went on a pill when I was a teenager, and that's what cleared it up. That's the story about limecycline. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but yeah. I have acne and struggling with motivation to do something with my skin. Do you have any tips? I know what you mean. It is hard to find the motivation. Sometimes you're so down and you literally you've given up. You're like, I've got to deal with this for the rest of my life. It is what it is. I came to that point. I did want to give up, and I didn't have the motivation to do anything about it because I just thought that's it. That's my life. It's my life now. I'm gonna have acne forever. I just want you to know that there is a solution out there for you. I thought that there wasn't a solution, and I found a solution. And if you look at other people who have come through the end of acne, they've probably done the same thing, and they went out there and then they finally found it. I just think that sometimes you think that you can figure it all out yourself, and you can't. We're not specialists in skin. We don't know everything about skin, and you do need to seek professional help because they know all the ins and outs about everything skin. The best person to talk to is a specialist. I know you probably have low motivation right now. Have hope, because one day you're going to have lovely skin again. I promise you. It's going to happen. This is what you need. You need to think positively, because if you have, I believe a lot in manifestation as well. It's a completely different topic, but if it's something you'd like me to talk about in another video, I will. I manifested a lot, and I thought positively about my skin, and it helped. Well, I've got loads of examples in my notes, and I would write, my skin is going to be significantly improved, and I put a month, and it actually was. You need to find that motivation, and you need to just know that it will get better. I'm starting microneedling tomorrow. When do you notice improvements? I spoke about it briefly on my other video. The person doing a microneedling should tell you how bad your skin is and how long it will take to get rid of it. So I had very extreme marks and scars. I'm still going through it now. I've probably had about 6 sessions in total, so I think maybe another 3, and my scars would be almost gone. But it depends how severe yours are. If they're not that severe, you could probably get it gone in 2 or 3 sessions. But microneedling is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. Also, the top tip about microneedling is you might wake up the next morning and your skin is like, because you've had this treatment, your skin's all puffed out and it's all smooth, and like you got this really lovely like after look, and that lasts about a day. It's quite red, but when you put makeup on, you look really nice. Then after that, your skin goes all flaky, it's dry, so you need to make sure you've got your skincare routine and you're moisturising it. I'm touching my face loads, but I have washed my hands. Your microneedling, the effects of a microneedling actually take place about a month after you've had it done. What it does is you're basically, if you cut yourself, your skin then like redevelops the cells to make another layer of skin to heal you, right? So what you're doing is you're making little holes in your skin where, so a scar is like old dead skin, isn't it, that didn't form over properly, so that's why you've got a dent, or it's not healed properly. So basically what you're doing is putting little holes, that tiny minuscule holes no one can notice, in your face, and then your skin thinks it's like, you know, it's broken, and it redevelops your skin cells to create another layer of skin. Basically getting rid of your old layer and creating a new layer, so then the more layers you have over your skin, the less that scar goes. You might then, if you have like spots, create a new scar, so then it's keep, you know, working over any new scars, but all the old ones, get rid of them. What do you think the cause or reason for it was? Stress, alcohol, or diet? Obviously I've told you that the main reason was because of my implant, but I do also think that I did drink a lot of alcohol in lockdown. I would like drink throughout the week because we had nothing else to do. I had nowhere to go, so I'd have like a glass of wine with dinner or two with dinner. Never do that now. So I was drinking a lot more alcohol. I've realised when I go out on a night out, the next morning, guaranteed I'll have spots. So that was making my skin worse. Stress, I was very stressed out with work. At that period in lockdown, ASOS, like my department just grew because people were online shopping so much because you couldn't go to the shops. My department, some of my team got furloughed, and it was just me and my buyer, and we were so, oh god, we had so much work to do, and it definitely made my skin worse. So we know what the main reason is, but all of those added things actually do make it worse, because the alcohol was giving me more spots a day, that I was stressed out. If you don't have like the implant in your arm, or you're not on contraception, then those things can play into that 100%. Like I've said in my other video, that it all comes from within. The spots, it's all about what's within you, and if you're stressed, you know, you're causing your body, you know, this reaction, so then you break out. It's mad how the body works, but yeah, that is what happens. Okay, so I've had a lot of questions about how I found confidence when my skin was really bad. I am quite a confident person, but when I had acne, I was my least confident. It didn't stop me from going out. It never stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. I was embarrassed when I would go out and meet new people, because I just knew people would say, oh, like, you know, look at her skin, or she's got bad spots, or whatever. And that plays on your mind, doesn't it? You think, oh, what are these people thinking of me? So if you think about it, the main reason why you're getting upset or you don't feel confident is because you're worried about going out and someone saying something or thinking about something. I've never once had anyone ever say to me, oh, you've got bad skin. Never. No one would ever say that. And if anyone's ever said that to you, then they are vile human beings. You have to learn to literally not give about what anyone thinks about you. Who cares if you're walking down the street and a randomer thinks, oh, she's got bad skin? Oh, why do I care what that person thinks? They mean absolutely nothing to me. I'm never going to see them again. It doesn't matter. So why let them affect your mood? The only people who are important and should have an effect on your feelings are your friends and family. Know for a fact your friends do not care if you have spots or not. They just don't care. All they want to do is see you, have a laugh with you, spend some quality time with you, gossip with you. That is it. They just look straight past it. They don't look at you back for your spots. You're not defined by your spots. Like, you're not you because of your spots, is what I'm trying to say. Like, people like you and want to be friends with you or love you because of who you are inside, not how you look. So just stop caring what people think. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what they're thinking. They might not even be thinking about what your skin looks like. They might be thinking, oh, she's got really nice eyes, or he's got really nice nose. I don't know. They'll be thinking anything. But sit there worrying about what they're potentially thinking about you. It's not worth your time. It is literally not worth your time. I can't stress it enough. I've really grown up to have this attitude of not giving a flying what anyone thinks about me. And that came into play a lot when I had acne. I met new people as well. Like, I was single. I became single when like my acne started to get really bad. I was even going out on dates and like meeting new people, like with my skin. Didn't Obviously, they weren't bloody successful, otherwise I'd be with them now. But I either went on a second date with them, like, so if they really thought I was because I had spots, they wouldn't have gone on a second date with me. They don't care. No one cares. No one cares. And if they care, or if they think about it, they're thinking about it for a split second, and that's it. Then they move on. Just please don't worry about it. How many tablets of Accumax did I start off with? So I did 4 a day, 2 in the evening, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. And then I went down to just 2 a day, and then I come off of it. I'm actually going to go back on it now because I've started to get little bits of like lumps, the lumps I used to have on my jawline when I had acne, and they're not harmful, they're good for you. So my skin lady, she said, let's just go back on it for now, see if it helps. Does drinking water help? So I drank a lot of water when I was on holiday, like on Love Island, because it was very, very hot, and I've never drunk that much water before in my life. Liam used to literally make me down water because you have to, in that heat, you have to drink a lot of water, and I didn't get any spots. So, must have. Did you find wearing no makeup was better for your skin? Yes, because you're not putting, you know, products piling on your face. I'm letting my skin breathe. I'm not putting dirty foundation on, dirty makeup brushes on my face. Like, if you can try and wear as little as makeup as possible, it's like when you're in on a weekend, you're not doing anything, don't put makeup on. When you come back from college, school, work, take your makeup off as soon as you get in. Just have as much time as possible without any makeup on. Don't know whether it helps, but I just feel like your face will breathe then. It's just better. Will your skincare be too much for someone that doesn't have acne? This is for acne prone skin, so I wouldn't recommend that those products. I mean, one product, obviously the SPF, 100% you should wear that. Everyone should wear that. But those products, I'm not sure whether, they wouldn't hurt your skin or be damaging or like not be good. They're just products for skin for people who have acne or acne prone skin, so you could probably use something a bit lighter or different. I'm not sure. How much did it cost for the products? Okay, so this is a good question. People don't normally talk about pricing, you know, but it was expensive. For my skincare that I used when I had acne, in total to buy the package of all the skincare was £200. Things like, so my cleanser and my toner would run out monthly, so I'd have to buy them every month, so that was £80 then for the 2 of them every month. Not exactly, this isn't exact, but it was roughly this price. The oils and the SPF, that didn't run out monthly because you don't use as much, and you know, just it lasted for longer. The oils I actually had for about 6 months, so I didn't have to buy them again, and my SPF probably lasted about 2 or 3 months. You're not spending £200 every month. It's a bit of a chunk of money to begin with, and the essentials that you use a lot of, which is the toner and the cleanser, you will need to buy more often, but the other bits that they weren't. So it is a commitment. That's where the, you know, priorities come in place. That's where I've decided what's more important, me spending £200 on clothes this month or £200 on making my skin better. It's kind of an obvious question really. That's why I put my money towards that. And then microneedling is £250. That's a lot of money. I know that's a lot of money. Just do what you can. You know, it's if one session, if you can only do that once every 6 months, still one more session that will help you. If you need to save up for it, I had to save up for mine. I've just been very honest about how much I paid for my treatments. Last but not least, I'm gonna leave off this one. What does Liam think of it? So I asked him this the other day. I said, do you still love me if I have spots? I'm stupid, I shouldn't have even said it. He was like, babe, I don't even see you with spots. I see past the spots. I love you for you and your personality, not like a spot doesn't matter. There's a spot, loads of spots. It literally doesn't matter. So anyone who's worried about what their boyfriend or girlfriend are thinking of them, if you're going through a stage where you've started to get acne and you think that they're not going to love you anymore, or they're going to think that you're like not as pretty or good looking, they're not going to think that. Like, I would never think anything less of Liam if he started to get acne. That's not what I love about him. Well, obviously I love how he looks, but it wouldn't change him. He's still got the same face shape, he's still the same person, he's still got the same personality. Why does that make a difference? And he thinks exactly the same. So I'm pretty sure that is something you should not need to worry about, and I'm sure your boyfriend or girlfriend will love you no matter what. And if they don't, and if they start to say anything about your skin, then they are not nice people and you shouldn't be with them. Simple as that. Because if your relationship is defined on you having good skin or bad skin, where they want to be with you, then they are not the one for you, honey. Okay? And that is everything. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I answered like the main questions, like the questions that I feel like a lot of people would want the answers for. If there is anything else that you are dying to ask me, comment below on this video, and if there's anything that you really want to know the answer for, I'll comment back to you on that. But yeah, that's everything for me. I promise the next one will be a lot more upbeat and funny. That is what I want my YouTube to be about, but I feel like this is a very informative video, and there'll only be some of you who have probably made it to the end and watching this, but if you have made it to the end, then I love you. You are beautiful. Your skin is beautiful, no matter what it looks like, no matter how many spots you have. Just learn to love yourself no matter what you look like, because that is the key to happiness. And I want you all to be happy. Right. Bye, guys.